Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Federica and I'm a yoga instructor living in London. So this week we are going through creatively sequenced Sun Salutations, sort of the way it's set up that every day is focused on something different in the body. We will be looking at hip mobility, so strengthening and opening, creating more flexibility around the hips. Make sure you have a mat laid out if you got one, and maybe a block or two. You can always substitute your blocks with something of a similar shape, an object that's quite sturdy, maybe a thicker book. Sometimes I like to use a water bottle if I'm practicing outdoors or on the go, because I can use it to sort of support myself, bring the ground closer in certain poses. So, you know, that might work as well. You might also benefit from having a cushion, a blanket or a towel below your knees for positions when we are kneeling. Or you could equally just create a fold in your mat in the middle of it to add extra padding for your knees when we are kneeling in case your knees are sensitive. Before we jump right in, disclaimers as always are linked below. I put them on the screen as well, but just use your common sense. This is a video recording. I can't see the way you're practicing, so this is a general guideline, but you should listen to your own body, to your own cues, and if you got any kind of conditions such as pregnancies or anything else in your body that might limit your practice, please do speak to your healthcare provider before starting your practice, just to make sure that you know what it's safe for you to do in your body or what modifications you should be taking specifically for yourself. And without further ado, let's jump right in.
We'll begin our practice seated today. I would recommend to sit up on some props to help yourself stay more uplifted in the seat and to feel a little bit less sluggish. So once you get nice and comfortable, legs in any position, maybe settle your hands onto your body, onto your knees, whatever works for you. Perhaps close down your eyes or a soft gaze to the mat. We will just take a moment here to breathe, to arrive, to start to slow down the mind, the breath, and soften the body. Taking a nice long inhale in and a full let go out. And one more, breathing all the way and release all the way. And then allow the breath to just find its own pace, its own rhythm. See if you can start to slow down your mind with the way you're slowing down your breaths. Focusing on the length of your exhales. And to help the mind to really stay steady in this moment, see if you can count every exhale. So inhaling in, exhale 1. Inhaling in, exhale 2. And keep on going up to number 10. After 10, just repeat. If you lose your track of your numbers, just start at 1 every time. It's not about making the counts perfect, it's just about keeping the mind steady. That practice of retrieving back within. Slowly start to let go of your count. Allow your mind to even wander. Ask yourself, how do you feel? What is it that you really need from this practice today? Maybe something physically or emotionally. Whether that is to leave something behind or to bring something forward. You could also dedicate your practice to someone or something or yourself. Devoting your energy and sharing it with the world. Once you have your intention here, let's take one more full breath in together. And a big let go. Amazing. We're going to slowly start to energize the body. So any soft wiggles, you can tilt your head side to side, take half circles with your neck, or squeeze your fingers in and out. Perhaps you want to shake the arms, shake the shoulders. And you can also place the feet nice and wide apart, rocking the knees side to side in your windshield wipers a few times, awakening the legs. In your own pace, slowly from your seat, you're going to come out into a kneeling position. So if you're sitting up on props, move them out of the way. Coming down onto your all fours, knees below the hips, hip width apart, wrist below the shoulders, shoulder width apart. Nicely engaging down through your fingertips, maybe toes tucked behind you. Take a few rounds of cat-cows, just again continuing that movement through the different joints. Starting to link the movement with your breath. As you drop the belly, you look forward, you lift the chest and the tailbone. As you round away, you exhale. And you just keep on going. Anything else you need here as well. Maybe side wiggles, side stretches. Few more breaths.
From here, we're going to lift all the way up and start to tiptoe in as close as you can to your hands and find a seat to the mat. We're going to bring the right shin down in front of you. We're going to set up for our 90-90 fold and the left knee out to the side. So essentially what happens, each shin aligns to a side of the mat, more or less. So when you look down, you go an L and another L. Flex your feet. You're going to take it again dynamically. If you want, option one is to have your hands in the air, either to your heart space or reaching forward to counterbalance or apart. Or for more support, use your blocks or hands on the ground. So what you're going to do is lift up on your inhale, exhale, hinge from your hips forward, and lift, and repeat, exhale, hinge, and repeat. So you're going to do a few of these in either variation. So it doesn't matter where your arms are. Awesome. Next time you're going to lean forward. You're going to drop your hands to the ground with the arm there. And take a passive variation. Round the spine, relax the head. You can be staying up higher on the block. Very nice. Next inhale, you're going to rise up. You turn to the other side by lifting the knees, sitting onto your sitting bones, and then drop them just around to the other side of the mat. So essentially turn to the back of your mat. Move your blocks around so they are in place, ready for you. Again, adjust the legs, notice what's comfortable, shimmy around, flex your feet, and then when you're ready, you're going to start to dip forward. So lengthen up on your inhale, hinge from your hips, exhale to dip, inhale to left. And take a few of these. Doesn't matter how close you are getting to the ground, just breathe. You should be feeling lengthening into your outer thigh, towards your outer glutes, maybe a bit your IT band. And then you might also feel a bit of opening on that right inner thigh. Very good. So from here, we're going to hold it down at the bottom, either staying low to the ground or somewhere in between. Really make it passive, so around the spine, let the gravity pull you down. Few long exhales. And then inhale, lift yourself back up. Very nice. Now, you're going to lift up the knees and sit onto your sitting bones. I realized I set myself up the wrong way around, so I'm going to turn, but you stay where you are. You should be on the right side. So we got both knees up. We're going to do something similar to just what we've done. We're going to do windshield wipers into those 90-90 folds. So you're going to drop the knees, turn with your chest. Again, you can have your hands up in the air, or for more support, you can use your blocks, and you can use them to walk yourself around. Your knees might not fold all the way down, that's fine. So find your variation and take a few of these. At the end, we're going to twist to the back. So next time you look to your right, you're going to rotate to the back of the mat, to the side of your mat. Drop your hands down behind you. I'll turn around so it's better. And then lift up and exhale dip. And repeat a few of these. Very nice. Let's see if you can fold again. Long exhales. Awesome. On your inhale, you rise, you lift your knees. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I am turning, you can stay where you are. So you're gonna drop the knees out, you're on your 90-90 with your left leg at the front, and again, you're gonna twist to the back, so you're gonna sweep the hands behind. So first time around, you were framing that shin, this time around, you're more or less framing the thigh. So you turn, you twist, you do a few dips. You might not be able to go as slow because you're twisting from your spine, that's fine. Again, hands on the blocks if you want. And then see if you can hold it out by walking your hands further out, relaxing into your palms, relaxing the head. You don't need to be flat to the ground, just a reminder. And inhale, lift up, wonderful. We're gonna close the legs and we're gonna rise to standing from here. So you're gonna sweep the legs in, kick them in, either jump up or you can use your hands to push up. So whatever you want, you're gonna end up in a forward fold. So from a forward fold, you're just gonna take a moment to dangle around. And then on your inhale, you're going to rise up nice and slowly, so you can make it super, super juicy and slow. Reach your arms over your head. With your exhale, draw your hands to your heart space. Take a breath in, a breath out. Inhale, reach your arms back over your head. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold all the way down. Inhale, small halfway lift, tap the hands down. And step all the way back, plank, knees down for support. Exhale, support your chaturanga or knees just chin. Inhale to your cobra at any height. Engage your glutes, press your feet down. And exhale, move all the way down. Move back up, downward facing dog. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. 2 more. Next, inhale, gaze forward, step or lightly hop to top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lift to rise. Exhale, draw your hands to your body, take a breath in and out. Repeat, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, repeating, stepping back, plank, supported plank to supported chaturanga or knees just chin. Inhale, maybe a cobra a bit higher. Exhale, going all the way back. You can use your knees to lift up, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Gaze to the front. This time you're going to step the feet really, really wide. Very good. So they're coming into squat. You're going to bend your knees, lift the chest forward. Fingertips either to the ground or you can use your blocks. Very good. So you can keep it nice and active, so rather than finding that really relaxed, passive version of Malasana where we're super stretching, you're activating. Feel in your thighs, push out, lift up. Very good. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Now forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and rise all the way. On your exhale, you're going to sit back into that squat. So nice and slowly. Lower, lower, lower. At some point you might notice you can't go lower without rounding the spine, so that's your moment to lift your heels. Very good. Drop the hands down and step all the way back. Plank, take your flow, maybe knees down for support or normal chaturanga. Exhale, meeting all the way back, downward dog. On your inhale, you're going to reach the right leg up. Open the hips, so bend the knee, gaze under the right armpit, squeeze the heel to your bum, and the knee keep on pulling up. On your exhale, you're going to draw the right knee towards the right hand. So stepping the foot a little bit more on the outside of the mat, pivot the back heel for warrior 2 instead of your warrior 1. Rise. Very good. Strong hold here, so you can really push the out edge of the back foot and the front knee is lining with the midline of your foot. With your exhale, you're going to lean back to Skandasana to the back of the room. So straighten out that right knee, you're going to bend the left. You might need to take a small angle inwards. So you're going to bend. You can use the arms, push away. You don't have to go low. Feel them working. See if you can bring the chest over that left thigh to engage the core. And then we're going to make it into flow. Warrior 2 to Skandasana at the higher setting. Very nice. Keep on going. So strong. You got it. 2 more. Very good. Next I'm going into Skandasana, I'm going to lower. So you can use the hands to the ground or lower without that. If you've got the mobility, your heel can lift up. Your right foot can lift up on the extended leg. You have different options. You can walk the hands forward, round the spine. Or Instead, left hand down onto the mat or onto a block, and right hand peels open, maybe taking a bind, right elbow around, bending right hand around the lower back. I can't speak. You can do the same thing around the left leg. Maybe fingers meet, maybe they don't. Breathe. You've got 2 more breaths in either your fold or in your bind. Very good. We're going to walk the hands all the way back to the front of the mat. And you're going to end up in your lizard. So hands on the instep of the right foot. Take a big step back. Plank, maybe a flow in between, or right away downward facing dog. Very good. Then we're going to take you on the other side. I'm turning around for the cameras, I think, but you don't need to. From your downward dog, inhale, left leg goes up. Bend the knee, open the hip, look to the left. Peel up, high, high, high. Exhale, draw the left knee towards the left hand, step the foot somewhere around that hand. Pivot the back heel down so you can rise wide open, warrior 2. Push and pull apart. Amazing. We're going to start that Skandasana flow. So we're going to bend to the back. Open to that warrior 2. Very good. We're doing 5 in total. Feel the strength on your thighs. Awesome. Controlled movement. Last round. You're going to end up in that Skandasana called low, 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 low. You can use your hands. And then same option. Walk forward, round. Few breaths here. Or bind, right hand to the mat, left hand opens. So you can keep the arms apart, or binding by looping the hands around the lower back. Either just the top or the bottom as well. Last couple of breaths. And release. Use your hands to walk yourself back to the top of the mat into your lizard. So left hand on the instep of the left foot. Big step back, plank, three-legged plank, supportive plank with knees down. Take your flow. And we meet all the way back up. Downward dog for big breath in. And a big breath out. Very good. Bring your feet nice and wide. And we're going to walk the hands to the back of the mat into a squat. Again, you can rock side to side. Stay with your heels lifted in stillness. Or make it really, really passive and round. So drop the head down. Maybe even sit up on the block. So either wiggles, either a little bit more active position, or soft. Got 2 more breaths. Amazing. We're going to lift the hips up, walk the hands forward, bring the knees down for support for your child's pose. You can always have a cushion below your knees and your ankles. Maybe head to the ground, or to relieve some tension from the neck, because we work so much forward during the day. You can use a block below the head. It can be a really nice adjustment. Arms can be forward or behind you, by your side, around your lower back. Slowing down your breath. And then inhale, lifting up. We're gonna, from downward facing dog, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Maybe use a block below your hand for support, or you can have your hands to your body, to your hips, to your chest, whatever works. We're gonna be working a little bit on balancing and strengthening the hips. So you're gonna take a slight bend into your left knee. Think about zipping the right foot into your hip, and then we're gonna send it out to the side, through the middle down, and then behind you into warrior 3. See if you can keep the hip pushing down on that right side. And repeat to the side and back. I know the one on the side feels horrendous. That's how you're doing it, to strengthen. Very nice. Next time you're going to bring it here, we're going to lift into half moon. So see if you can start to lift the right hip, stocking it on top of the left, opening the chest to the side of the room. Right hand can stay on your hip to the ceiling. Or you can bend the right knee, bring it into your bum like in your three-legged dog with a twist, and then find the foot behind your back body with your right hand into your sugar cane. You can push the foot into the hand, opening the chest almost like you're in a cobra. Standing leg can be bent, steady gaze, 2 more breaths. And release. Take a little jiggle on the legs to stretch out the left foot, step the right foot back, pull onto the toes into your chest. And then forward fold. Take a Full breaths to relax. And then inhale, halfway lift, second side. Right hand onto a block or hands to your body. You're going to bring the left leg out to the side. And behind you. To the side. And back. Very good. My left hip is peeling open, so see if you can roll it down. Very good. Next time we're gonna bring the leg behind us. We are rolling open to half and stack the left hip on top of the right. Left shoulder on top of the right. Oops. Getting a little wobbly. If you find stillness, hold it here. Maybe work on releasing from the block. Or instead work towards your sugar cane. Find your foot behind your bum and then squeeze it, push it up. Back body active. And release. Again, to stretch out that standing leg, left foot slightly shimmies back, grab your right toes, and pull the chest down in the direction of the leg. And release. So forward fold, a little jiggle. Inhale, halfway lift, sweep the arms, find the seat all the way down. And then to slow down our breath, we're gonna take bound angle position. So diamond shape of the legs or butterfly shape. Soles of the feet together. Maybe a support below the legs on the side. And then we're going to inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge forward. You can do this a few times. You really want to fold from the hips, so pull the tops of the hips with you. And then you can start to soften. Relax the head, the arms. You can round. You can use some cushions in front of you. Whatever you've got to relax yourself onto it. And hold it here. Inhale, lift yourself up. You're going to take a forward fold with legs straight. You can use your cushion or your box below the knees to keep a slight bend. You're going to reach your arms up, push the chest and the tops of the hips forward. And then your exhale, hinge, lean forward. Again, you can do this a few times to sort of ease yourself into it. And then eventually find a passive shape where you relax the head, the arms, let the gravity pull you down. Inhale, lifting up, finding your corpse push shavasana.
In your corpse push shavasana, we will begin with just wiggling into a pose, maybe any last wiggles through your limbs. And if you want, you can have a bit of padding to elevate the legs below your shins or your knees to release the lower back further. And once you're nice and comfortable, start with a nice deep breath in and a full breath out. Awesome. And then start to completely soften the weight of your body down here, almost like you were dropping and melting into the mat, breath by breath, letting go of anything that's coming into your mind, just sort of allowing it to pass, not attaching yourself to anything mentally, energetically. Maybe even scanning through the body, head down towards your toes, relaxing every muscle. And we will be here in total for almost 5 minutes. If at any point your mind wanders away, then just come back to your breath once again. You could also repeat a mantra and affirmation, whether that is, I am here, or I let go. Or maybe it is counting your exhales once again, up to number 10, and then repeating from start, or each time you lose track. slowly begin to awaken ourselves. So take a deeper breath in again and a deeper breath out. Once again, scan through your body, notice what can you feel. Noticing your surroundings, any sounds, any noise, any smells or scents. And then very soft movements, toes, fingers can wiggle, head can tilt. You might enjoy a full body stretch with legs, arms apart, or knees into your chest for a big hug or rocking around. Without any urgency, in your own time, rising into a comfortable seat that works for you.
Once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd like to see you back. As always, you can follow me on Instagram to stay in loop with my in-person classes, other uploads and other fun things I do. So my handle is Fredrika Pinter on all of my socials. You can also grab me a coffee if you'd like on buymeacoffee.com, all linked below. And this studio, in case you were wondering where I am, it's called Chalk W1 and I'm in Piccadilly Circus, London. So if you're ever around the area, come down and practice with me. This is in Hotel Zedville, so you can access this via class pass as well or as a hotel guest. Alright, see you then!